I'm a sinner, left my lover crying on the dance floor. I'm a sinner, I'm a sinner.
Hello everybody and welcome back to I Wani Hug a Gator. If my voice is a little off, please forgive me. There's something going on with my throat and the doctors are trying to figure out exactly what it is. So for now, let's just continue. It also means a lot of videos are going to be shorter and I feel bad about that, guys, but it is what it is. You guys are awesome and understanding. On the metro ride back, Olivia leans against my shoulder. Her eyes follow landmarks out the window on the other side of the car as we pass them by. Despite the loud humming of the tracks, I feel Olivia hum to herself. So, what you thinking? I'm trying to put my thoughts together. What I'm going to say for Latican's memorial. I definitely have all the pieces I need. Just have a hard time stringing them together. How so? I don't know. I just need to be something that will really do him justice. I need a solid direction. We pass under a few bridges while the thought sits. What do you think? A direction? She nods. In that case, I think I have a few ideas. What I saw today, I saw a lot of you. How Latican affected you, how his teaching shaped who you are now. That story is amazing. And I know everyone else will love it as much as I do. There's your angle. Olivia doesn't respond, but I feel her humming to herself again. Maybe that is a good point. What if people don't get it, though? I'm unsure still. No, the more I think about it, the more I think that needs to be the big thing. After all, who was closer to him than you? Even if you say you're his apprentice, doesn't mean you're the end result of his life's work. Even you say you're his apprentice, doesn't that mean you're the end of the result of his life's work? Let his work live on through you. I'm sure he'd love that. She smiles to herself. Yeah, I think you're right. Thanks, that really helps. I'm glad to be of service. The rest of the ride goes quieter, just us enjoying each other's company. I try to escort Olivia back home when the time comes, but she insists that she can get there on her own. She offers me one last hug before we part ways for the day. As the metro races towards my stop, I think about the future. Olivia and I are going to the winter formal together. I'll need a good outfit and a bouquet if I want to impress her. I wonder what kind of dress she'll want to wear. It might be hard since she's disabled, but maybe I can look into it and give her some suggestions. It's December. The winter in Valcadra Bluff is officially here. As if to celebrate the occasion, tonight is St. Hamon's winter formal. Hard to believe it's already here. It really crept up on me. Whenever I remember the events coming up, I just force it out of my mind. The whole thing has me pretty anxious. It's like a date, but on a whole new level, like there's some formality to it. I'd better not mess this up. Anyway, I find myself with a new difficulty in my life. Over, under... Okay, so we can skip this. She worked on her dress the whole week for it to look perfect. Work on it? You mean she made it herself? More like she helped me in making it for her, even added her own personal flair to it. A homemade dress? Oh wow, and if Olivia helps, she's going to look amazing. Oh, Inko, I see that look. My face ignites with embarrassment as the rest of the room laughs at me. Oh, it's really some it's just some ribbon, Inko. Don't want you feeling left out after all. Gee, thanks, Randy. There's more laughter, but I can't stay angry at the pains. Instead, I take the last spot on the couch and lean back, mindful not to crease my suit too much. For the next couple of minutes, we simply wait and relax. Well, Damien and I relax. A blush is slowly spreading from Liz's cheeks and down her neck. Kinda reminds me of the thermometer. Damien shuffles close to her, her red face coming down close to him. He whispers something into her ear. And whatever he said makes the Lizzo meter hit 1,000 degrees with an alert yelp. His parents are just grinning as she squirms under their gaze. Don't feel too bad for her, though. This is what she wants, I think. Still, what the heck did Damien tell her? No, scratch that. Is Damien even doing this on purpose? Why are we all staring at the red garden hose? I turn to Olivia's voice and... Oh. Wow. Oh, I knew you'd look amazing, Olivia. But to go so far? A hand slaps my back hard enough to make me stand and yelp. Randy grins unapologetically and then motions me towards Olivia. God, they are the best parents. Olivia, you look... So many words fill my mind to describe her. I can feel my mouth flapping uselessly as I try to pick one. I look... Gulping in a breath of air, I finally pick. Beautiful. The single word is enough to make Olivia blush reach as far as her shoulders. And yet she smiles, even twirling her chair side to side so I can take in all the angles of her dress. Sophia said you helped make it? More like she helped me. It is quite vibrant in color, something that I've come to realize when it comes to any work Olivia does. So what are we waiting for? Traffic's gonna suck like hell. Shouldn't we be getting into Liz's car now? About that. What the? Look, that'll be our cue. Thank you again for having me, Sophia, Randy. If my hands weren't preoccupied with rolling my confused date to the door, I would have just waved back at Damien's parents. Damien holds the door open so Olivia's able to clearly see our ride for the night. Whoa, awesome. The pristine white limousine parked out front idles waiting for us. Our chauffeur exits his seat and rounds the car to hold the door open for us. Mindful of him, I wheel Olivia as close to the entryway. The driver moves to assist Olivia, but I hold a hand out to stop him. I'll help her. Could you handle her chair? Of course, sir. He holds the chair in place. If I may? Yeah, I got it. I get it. With all the care necessary, one arm snaked behind Olivia's knees and the other around her back, I lift Olivia from her chair in a princess carry, feeling my legs shaking as I take the final 2 steps. Olivia tucks her head against my neck, her hot breath making my skin tingle pleasantly. Finally, I set her down onto the soft leather seat within, right next to the tiny fridge and bar. Looking through the back window, the driver has finished securing her wheelchair in the trunk. He gives me a nod and returns back to the passenger seat where Damien is guiding Liz in. Like, oh wow, it looks even nicer than on the website. Hey Inky, the bar's free game, right? I throw Damien a thumbs up. All paid for. Wow, Inko, we didn't agree. It's fine, Liz, I covered the extra cost. Awesome! Damien's already pulled 2 glass bottles of cola from the tiny fridge. Psst. That was with his tooth. He cracks open the second one with minimal effort. With minimal effort. Get rid of the as. For you? He waves his bottle over to me, offering. I decline. Leaning over, I manage to snag 2 bottles of the fancy bottle opener. All the bottles open, I hold up mine for all to see. A toast before we get there. To what, though? Crap, I didn't think ahead for this. To a good night, obviously. And Delatican's memory. Yeah. Our bottles clink loudly against each other as we proceed to drink our frothy caffeinated beverages. By the time we reach the convention center, the fridge has been thoroughly emptied of its contents. I honestly impressed that Damien could drink so much. Somehow he hasn't burped a single time. I don't even try to wrap my head around how anymore. Olivia's hand wraps around mine while we wait for the limousine to come to a stop. Peering out of the tinted windows, I see plenty of activity just outside the venue's doors. It looks like the lines have already formed. All of the other dinosaurs are dressed in colorful formal wear as they socialize with each other and drink from suspiciously opaque bottles. They're not even in the door and the party's already started. Olivia suddenly wraps a hand around mine, drawing my attention away from the sight. Everybody is going to be so jealous of us. That was the intention. I smile and squeeze Olivia's hand, and she squeezes back. The shining moment finally comes as our limousine pulls into the open carport in front of the venue, quieting the crowd down to just murmurs. We wait in deafening silence for another minute or so before the passenger door opens wide. Taking the initiative, I step out into the open as the driver sets up the wheelchair with a flourish. Our ride makes a great set piece and naturally draws the attention of everyone nearby as I see Olivia in her chair as I ease Olivia into her chair gently. Whoa, is that? That's Inko and Olivia, and I forgot to meet them. A human dino couple? Cringe. Holy shit, it's Sisyphus. I bask in my peers' admiration as Damien and Liz follow after us. There's a figurative red carpet stretching from our limousine to the entrance of the venue. Look, have a good evening, sirs and ladies. Before the driver turns away, I shake his hand, palming him a necessary tip. The sound of the car door shuts behind me, and I take this as our cue to push Olivia forward and get us a spot in line. As we make our way inside, our fellow classmates continue to vocalize their astonishment. Damn, coming to the party in style, Nito! Olivia looking good, girl? You make that dress yourself? Is it just me, or do Inko and Olivia look kinda cute together? As much as I hate to admit it, what the hell am I saying? I'm loving this. After months of feeling regarded as the school's outcast, the spotlight's finally shining on me and I'm reveling in it. And it feels good knowing that Olivia is getting the attention she rightfully deserves. Me and my cadre slowly move past the crowd with heads held high. We approach the sign-in table where more people in line look our way. Figures. Think we could cut them? Wait, why would we be allowed to? Let's go, Inko. With a nod, I push Olivia around the line and head directly for the table. Looking back, Liz frowns, but Damien simply nods in understanding. My peers in line beside us are watching as we carefully roll up to the table where Ben is waiting. Olivia, Inko, you made it. Hey. Ignoring Olivia's clipped tone, I smile back at Ben. Of course we did. In a limo, no less. What better way to start off the night, right? Ben moves the clipboard to Olivia and she quickly fills in her name. I lean over her shoulder to sign myself in too. Alright, you guys are good to go. What about Latican's memorial? I wasn't ever told when I'd be speaking. He hands over a slip of paper to Olivia. We'll be doing it at the end. We want to let everyone enjoy their night first. Figured he would have liked it like that. Looking at the sheet over Olivia's shoulder, I see that it's a collection of bullet points related to Latican's eulogy. Olivia scowls and crumbles the sheet into a tiny ball between her palms. Olivia! I have his speech ready, Ben. Look, I know it's just a backup. Just in case, alright? Nothing can go wrong. She tosses the ball of paper into her wheelchair compartment. Let's go, Inko. Right, see you inside, Ben. He is a micromanager, that is the problem. Below your breath, Olivia mutters. Hope not. We move past the check-in venture, deeper into the halls of the venue. Ahead of us, an open set of double doors leads to the main hall. Near the side, we enter several rows of neat round tables. The other half is reserved for dance floor. And on the far side, a large stage for live performances. Nobody seems particularly interested in the Christmas music that echoes from the wall-mounted speakers. Now that we're here, I don't think they take the winter part so literally. Drapes of white and light blue hanging along the walls. All the table centerpieces look like crystalline statues shaped into snowflakes. Even the large chandelier hanging above the crowd seems to be drooping icicles dangling from it. Above us is a giant glass ceiling that opens into the night sky. There's too much light pollution to make out the constellations, but the moon is real pretty. An image comes to mind immediately. Lights dimming, music slowed as something soft, and the only real source of light is the moon hanging overhead. A true moonlit dance. I wonder if I can make that happen. That would be nice. This isn't the only room, of course. Off to the side is several directions or doors that lead to other halls and rooms. Olivia's looking around the other exits, too. Well, we made it. What do you want to do? I gesture towards the dance floor. I feel like getting jiggy with it. You made me read that. Olivia gives a wincing smile. I thought you were supposed to be cool. But dancing. I don't want a lot for Christmas. No, I think I'd rather die. Besides, somewhere around here is a room they set up for Latican. Right, yeah, we should pay our respects to him first before anything else. Alright. Olivia's tail guides my wrist as I push towards one of the exits. The memorial room isn't hard to find. It's a smaller room, well lit with little furniture. On the far end is a framed picture of Latican for some of his old pictures from his classroom. Some from him, some from his students. There's a few other students here paying their respects. Olivia taps my wrist with her tail and I let go. I walk alongside her as we approach the portrait. I wonder when this was taken. It can't have been that long ago. He looks just like he did earlier this year. Olivia doesn't seem like she's ready just yet. I'll give her a bit of privacy. I wait outside the memorial room, leaning against the wall. I can see a bit into the main hall from here. The music swapped from festive to proper upbeat dance music. In fact, I'm pretty sure I see... Yep, Liz's head towers over the rest of the students, spinning and dancing rhythmically, just like a metal spring. I'm sure Damien's doing his best to keep up. They must be having a blast. I'm glad. Man, it's still surreal to even be here. I never thought I'd have ended up on a date with someone to an event like this. I've seen all sorts of stuff like this in movies, but to actually experience it gives me the jitters. One big night to make the sparks fly. Olivia touches my hand, using the other to wipe at her eyes. Hey, are you ready to go? She nods. Yeah, thanks for waiting. The music changed in the ballroom. Olivia looks over and smiles. Tempting, very tempting, but I didn't actually eat lunch today. It's turning into a bad habit. I know, I spent all day writing, reading, rewriting, rereading, and on and on. God, I know what the comments are gonna be. I gotcha, come on. I think I saw somewhere they were serving food. Passing through the main hall once more, Olivia hunched over something. Her phone, I craned my neck around her shoulder to get a better look. She's carefully studying pictures she'd taken of her written speech. Seeing the room must have renewed her drive. You'll do great, Olivia. I hope so. I have to get this right. If you want, we can find a table first. Then I can get us dinner and we can get a bit of extra time if you want. Would you? Yeah, no problem. Thanks. Olivia points me in the direction of the table corner, furthest away from the commotion. Just like our spot at the lunchroom at school. How about that? You want meat, right? You know it. At these types of events, they would either have catering or meal tickets. At least when I attended with my parents. But judging by the sight of my peers carrying small plates of food, it's a simple buffet. Of course, catering with some 100 active seniors is bound to go wrong. The scent of spiced meats wafts through the spacious hallway. I can only imagine how Damien would feel right about now. I follow the movement of the crowd, letting the finer-nosed dinosaurs point the location of the buffet to me. As the ambient music dies down, the chatter starts to grow louder. I turn the corner of the hallway and find myself exactly where I want to be. Buffet station run parallel along each wall in this cafeteria-esque room. There's even a chef and grill in the corner prepping personal selected cuts of meat to specifications. Most of the dinosaurs struggle to remain civil in the presence of this kind of food. Having skipped a meal, I don't know if Olivia would fare much better. Nearly every station is swarmed with high school seniors. I walk over to one of the few tables in the room still open. Salad bar. I'm getting pretty good ideas. I'll impress Olivia with the nicest darn looking meal she's ever seen. That'd be great for soothing her anxious nerves and setting a romantic tone. Taking and balancing a tray on one arm, I consider how to best arrange full dinner properly. Wait. A video I recently had watched starts replaying in my head. Remember, the most important part of a high-quality meal is the garnishing. Okay, I'll start here. Get some veggies around the edge of the plate. It's framing like a painting. And then I'll go find the best meats to fill the rest. I start waiting in line, eyeing the main course as it slowly moves me forward. There's some decent variety. I can really work with this. Hey, mind if I cut in? Damien? Hey, thanks. Don't mind if I do. Can't you wait in line like everyone else? I did the first time. This is round 3. No use getting annoyed. If he gets beat up in the parking lot later, it's his own problem. So, how's the night going? It's going well. Olivia and I are having a great time so far. Hey, that's great. Liz and I have been dancing like crazy. It's a blast. Gotta say, I'm happy for you. Sorry for being unsure earlier when you two first became an item. Looks like I was completely off the mark. Don't sweat it, man. Yeah. Got 2 plates for yourself, I see. Smart, I should have done that. No, one's for Olivia. He cocks an eyebrow. You sure? Yeah, I'm gonna put everything I'm going to put everything into prettying it up. It's a herbivore food, son. It is now. I know what I'm doing. We're finally at the front of the line. I start carefully picking out the best cuts and strips of various meats on display. I saw a guide on this, and it'll end up crazy romantic. Romantic, huh? She likes turkey more than duck. I drop the roasted mallard with the tongs and grab the preferred bird. You'll see, it'll be great. If you say so, I'm sure it'll be fine then. Damien just loads up his plate with stacks upon stacks of brisk and filet, nearly forgetting to use the tongs at all. Once he has his plate stacked high, he gives a salute and slinks back out of the room. I, however, still have a mission to do. There's a few more lines of things like side dishes. This is going to be perfect. 20 minutes later, and 2 trays of perfectly picked meals are balanced precariously in my arms. It came out pretty great, I think. I even used the condiments to my advantage, leaving perfect dots of flavor where they'll be most effective. I hope Olivia likes it. Here we go. Ta-da! I slide Olivia's tray before her. Part of me is irked that she'd have her elbows on the table, even resting her head in her hands. Sheesh, Shinko, you took so long. I thought you were going to bring back like an entire cow or something. She smiles and rolls her eyes when she sees the tray. Very funny. Come on, where's the real meal? Huh? Her smile fades. This is it? Were the lines really that bad? What do you mean? Like, were there a lot of people? There's barely anything on the plate. What's she talking about? That's a cut of rare cooked filet mignon and turkey breast with scallions and asparagus, plus some slices of salmon sashimi on the side. All properly garnished, of course. My plate is exactly the same. And while it looks and smells delicious... Did I mess up? Yeah, line's out the door. I'll run back for seconds. Hopefully it'll clear up when we finish this. I'm sorry, I tried to arrange it nice, like we were at a fancy restaurant. She nods and stabs her fork through the salmon. Well, I appreciate the thought. It does look pretty. Thanks. Once more, recalling proper etiquette, I slice my own steak into tiny morsels, savoring each small bite of succulent meat. Olivia doesn't look so enthusiastic about the meal as I do. I always believe that presentation helps elevate the flavor of the food, but the sight of Olivia picking hers apart with a look of disinterest leaves a sour taste in my mouth. As we continue eating, I notice the cola in my glass begins to ripple and fizz a lot more than usual. Is this an earthquake? Thunk. Good evening, you two. It's Mr. Ferris. Wow, I haven't seen him since he gave us the bad news. He glances over to Olivia. That's right, he had to tell her too. So he's probably here to check up on us. He's seated down with a heaping plate of dinner. Olivia looks up from her plate, longingly at it. Whoa, eh, Mr. Ferris? Dang nice outfit. Thank you, I actually picked it out myself. Wow, you're getting some fine taste. That means a lot, thank you. Are you chaperoning? I am. Although, it'd be more accurate to say ATF, no narc, maybe? Turns out when you organize an event with hundreds of teenagers, some of them decide it's not enough and try to bring their own fun. I've lost count of how many brand new flasks I've confiscated. Between you and I, the other staff plan on making sure it all doesn't go to waste after the party's over. Oh, brother. Taking a short break from my own meal, and I saw you two hidden away here in the corner. So how goes it? Is the night treating you well? Well, yeah, we're having fun. It's going good. I'm just trying to memorize my memorial speech for later. Of course, I should have guessed. The whale... I don't remember what voice I gave him, so he's gonna get Laticans for now. Oh, no, that doesn't feel right. You know what? He's gonna have to. Forgive me, guys. No, I think he had a deeper voice. Let me try it. The whale man proceeds to bite into... Damien was right. It's hard to watch. Last I saw you two, it was a terrible occasion. So I'm glad to see that both of you have bounced back. Thanks. That's a pretty stern look you have, Olivia. It's nothing. Listen, don't worry about your speech. I'm sure it will be great. No need to overwork yourself. Relax a little. It should be a fun night, not a stressful one. You're right. Yeah, Olivia, don't worry too much about memorizing a script. You should speak from the heart. If anybody knows how to pay respects to Latican, it's you. Yeah, that's kind of the problem. Nobody else here would understand most of what I wanted to say. They don't know Latican like I did. How am I supposed to summarize everything he meant to me in 5 minutes? Have some faith, Olivia. People will understand when you speak from the heart. Yeah, sure. Ingo's right, Olivia. People are generally empathetic after all. Huh? I follow the source of the voice, spotting Ben as he approaches the table with a wide smile. Everybody's experienced loss, Olivia. You'd be surprised just how much they'll understand. As Ben takes a seat, Olivia doesn't look happy. In fact, she looks noticeably more upset than she did 5 seconds ago. Good evening, Benjamin. You've done a bang-up job organizing tonight. The design of it wasn't all me. The student council all worked together. Of course, it's been a lot of decorations are just reused from year to year as well. Ben skillfully forks several vegetables together into one bite. He seems content that Olivia's actually tolerating his presence. If I may be a bit open here, I want to thank you guys for being here. I'm so relieved that this is going off without a hitch. I've been crazy nervous that things wouldn't go well. Like, if I messed up, I might as well spit on his grave, too. Those kinds of thoughts plagued me the entire time as I worked on this. Why is that? Because Mr. Latican was the best teacher. The table is shaking under my wrists. Looking over, I notice that Olivia's free hand clutches the edge of the table tightly. Honestly, I loved his class the most. He really had a way with teaching. It's something in his tone. I can't help but note how all of his words praise for the teacher simply angered Olivia. Yeah, he went above and beyond. He was really inspirational. Olivia grunts her own agreement. She's really gripping the table edges like she's trying to snap it in two. So I'm just glad I'm doing Latican proud. I feel like I really got him, you know? God, you know what? I'm not doing this. Inko, we're dancing. My girlfriend grabs my arm and starts dragging me from the table. Olivia, what's wrong? Through gritted teeth, she responds roughly. Just feeling like holiday spirit, Inko. Okay. Well, have fun. She doesn't even look back at Ben or Mr. Ferris as we shove our way through the crowds towards the dance floor. She's still tugging me along with her tail around my wrist. As the upbeat music grows louder, I can barely hear Olivia's grumbling to herself. The nerve, what does he know? Just trying to make himself feel better. I can feel the tension within Olivia through her tail squeezing roughly around my wrist. The tension melts away from her when a gentle stroke from my thumb runs over the scaly appendage. Olivia breath leaves her slowly, the exhale seeming to take all of her frustration with it as she slows down. And all at once, all gone, her body goes slack. I have to actually catch her tail before it hits the floor. I earn the appreciative smile from her before we continue towards the dance floor. Eventually enough, students are displaced, and we have a section of the floor to ourselves. I now realize the situation I'm in. Good news, I do in fact know how to dance. Several years of tagging along to business parties made sure of that. Even then, I actually looked up some guides yesterday to keep myself refreshed just in case. Bad news, I do not know how to bust it down, epic style. Even as quirked up humans with a bit of swagger, I am not goated with the sauce. The very concept of busting a move is foreign to me. I've only ever seen it in shows and occasionally from game characters during live streams. Don't be stupid, it can't be that hard. Hey. Olivia's moving and grooving, bobbing in her chair and rolling her shoulders. Wow, I'm an idiot. This is just how anyone dances when they're jamming in a car. She pauses for a second when she notices me staring. Come on, what are you waiting for? Don't tell me you're too refined to even this, rich boy. Wow. I'm messing with you. I know you're not. You're just a dork. It doesn't take long for me to match her rhythm. As we dance, her small smile slowly evolves into a radiant one. Her annoyance after that dinner is completely gone and a thing of the past. Even when the song ends and a new one starts, we seemingly bridge into a new rhythm. Everything else fades away until it's simply us, lost in time and the world, and caught up in the music now. Eventually, the track swaps over to a slower tempo. Olivia takes the cue to check the time on her phone. Oh man, it's about time. She shows me 9:20. We still have time. Olivia shakes her head. Not much. I need to prepare. Aw, but the music has just got good. I was wanting to show... Sorry, I can't, Inko. I really need to make sure this goes well. Be here for me, please. Okay. I understand. Thank you. Olivia takes both my hands in hers, weaving our fingers together tightly. I can feel her pulse beat through our linked hands. She must be feeling mine too. Her eyes close slowly, and I can feel her heartbeat slow fall in line with mine. Finally, she gently lets go. She turns and wheels and starts off in another direction, not breaking eye contact until she's nearly lost in the crowd. Well, that was it. That was amazing. It's a shame we couldn't get a proper slow dance, though. Yeah, a shame. Few people glanced my way. Get stood up. Ah, crap, I'm just standing on the dance floor like a chump. I cut through the crowd and reach the sidelines. There's a chair set up along the wall to rest in. Am I just being selfish? We danced for what, an hour? It's not like we can't ever dance again. Olivia has responsibilities, and she takes them seriously. That's what makes her so great. She wasn't like that at all in the start of the year, was she? Across the dance floor, I catch sight of Damien with his date. The two sway along carefully, stepping around each other. Damien's actually struggling, but Liz holds him tight, taking him through the motions. While the song goes on, he gets more confident in his strides. More impressive is how he seems to handle her neck, which makes the girl's head swoon and melt in his embrace. By the end of it, it's almost like he was the one teaching her. After a few songs, the lights fade out more. Looks like I was right about my guess earlier. This must be the last song. Fireworks above the building burst into a bright flash of colors. The iridescent sparkles fall away with each cacophony boom, some into colored shapes, but most just a kaleidoscope of fading embers. While the song is eclipsed by the blast of fireworks, I still see couples lost within the gentle melody. Even Liz and Damien are still dancing, ignorant of the fiery display overhead. The last song fades and the lights start getting warmer. It stings a little. On stage, Principal Scaler sets up a low microphone and gives a thumbs up to have it turned on. So that's what we're going to find out next time, because I have to rest my throat. Thank you guys so much for joining me next time we do the eulogy. Have a fantastic day. Don't forget to check out my second channel, Sinfully Pure, and all the fun links in the description. Have a great day or night, everybody. Bye.